All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the final video of the season, last three wars, 10, 11, and 12, going up against PBT, X-K9, and Chaos. Parade battle team, pretty good. X-K9, they definitely had some great wars this season. Chaos, not really sure. We lost to X-K9, and that one burned, because I'm pretty sure we would have gotten third if we had won that. It happens. It is what it is. I think we ended at fourth overall on the season. We made Master. I'm pretty sure we landed at fourth. It had a lot of fun though. It was, early on in the season, there was definitely a learning experience with the new global, but we all settled in. We're going to roll right into this though. I think I had 6 fights this war. Mangog, 3A, and then Doom, 4B, I believe. iBom and Spot, and then Sassy on shared 4, 5, 6B. Pre-fight on Mangog here. Probably Petrify. This is a diversity placement. He doesn't get any armor up, so you're not going to get power burned or anything. And he, like I said in previous vid, without an unblockable level 2, he's pretty easy champ. He's got the unblockable, unstoppable gimmick if you push him to get him enraged, but if you could sort that, he just falls. So yeah, straightforward fight here. L2. I don't know if I'm running 200% greens or 150. Probably 150. You don't really need those 200% unless it's like a mini boss. But it's variable with She-Hulk. I mean, her level 2 can be amazing with the crits, if at least one hit crits. But if you don't get crits on the level 2, 200% green, it doesn't even matter. It's not going to give you crap for power back. Rolling against Doom here, using Mr. Fantastic. She-Hulk can do this fight. She's got slow. But Mr. Fantastic, I think, is a little better for this fight, because he's got better power control once you ramp him and get, stack your pre-fights. Max Petrify. So you've got very minimal power gain on his heavy, as long as you land the heavy in that parry stun. Block this. Don't forget Dex, because I left Dex on, but I'm just going to block that. You might get a lucky auto evade or something. Wait until the power stings down until I throw level 2. We don't need to, take preventable damage if possible. Throw level 1, holding block, little auto evade there. We got a nice double stack of the pre-fights now. Another heavy, oh yeah. That boot, Don's boot. Another level 2. Now we are fully set up and throw level 1, and you can basically just carry heavy and you won't get any more power. I mean, you can just look at that. Basic attacks, no power. Another heavy, yep. Corner spam, love it. We're gonna try to. I mean, you can, so you get to level 3, you get a massive fury with Mr. Fantastic, but obviously you don't need it. You want to make it to a level 3, Doom will die. So we're gonna try to finish off with a level 1, get some extra pre-fights, and that's a wrap. We're gonna move on to iBom now. iBom is generally placed on 4B to break up. Maybe a used to be null, but like a difficult fight where someone's gonna have to bring, maybe a team that's not quite as cohesive, because you have to bring a poison immune for iBom, and you really need to either completely prevent him from throwing any specials, or someone like She-Hulk who purifies, because otherwise he's gonna be unblockable. It's gonna happen. And because his level 1 pushes you across the screen, you don't want to get cornered, and it's easy to get cornered, especially if he's unblockable. And obviously you don't want to get hit by that nasty level 2 when he's unblockable. But She-Hulk doesn't care about any of that. She'll purify all of it. She pretty much has full uptime on unblockable on this one against him. And and you get that additional, you know, stun duration. So pretty easy fight. He's just tanky, takes a bit. Yep. Parry, medium heavy. Level 2. You get a bit of healing there, yeah. So those don't purify off, which I'm actually okay with. So I back up and I'm just getting a little some free heals here. Boom, there he goes. I got a good, what, 7%? Take it. Get me a little healthier for this Sassy up here. So here goes Spot. Like I usually, no, not usually, literally every time I've taken Spot in the game, since he's been on defense, I've used Blade. And Netflix definitely crushes him, does incredibly well. Hard counter, you could even argue that he's better than Blade because he's got 2 lives, right? And Disorient, apparently, if you get Disorient on him, he doesn't build spots or something to that effect, which I didn't know going into this. I mean, I knew Disorient kind of, you know, countered his kit a bit, but I didn't know to that extent. Gotta read better, you know? I don't read so good. So, I got pre-fights on him. I went with the combat power rate and put up a siphon on there. Yeah, kind of useless, but I had extra, so why not? Yep, you know, right here. So, I lucked out. I don't know if he, you know, was late on coming in or what, but there's ruptures stacked on you, so now, you know, he's unblockable. I'm like, damn, all right, well, I'm also unblockable. I land a nice intercept there. Still unblockable, could have dashed in, but okay, we'll do it the hard way, and another intercept. Disorient. Ruptures are gone off me now, dead. So, yeah, a little bit of, not panic, but, you know, I wasn't, obviously it didn't go that way in duels because you don't have the node in duels, right? So, he goes stun immune at 5+ spots. The first basic attack, if he's at 5 spots or higher, the first basic attack, he goes completely stun immune. And if he's in a parry stun and you commit to an attack while he's in that parry stun, and it's a basic attack and he's at 5+ spots, he literally goes stun immune and will hit you. So it's like there's no safe way to get around that. Unless you have like Unstoppable. I don't know how you have that, but unless you like had Unstoppable on you, or your Blade, basically. Because Blade just prevents these spots in the first place. But either way, you know, it was a good fight. I learned a little something. I think I had to take this Sassy with no white mags pre-fight, which is fine. Landed an intercept there. These guys just fall apart. Old Run was like, oh, you need a white max pre-fight. I was like, no, I can do this. Done it plenty of times. Yeah, it's nice to have, but I think I snuck that last powers thing in right before his protection came back. So that was definitely one of my faster Sassy fights on 5B. I'll take it. I think I got one fight left here. Yeah, this spam, this freaking spider ham. This is why Nick Fury instead of Blade. Otherwise, I would have brought Blade because I only had the one fight, but to complete planning, we needed someone to take the spider ham. So Nick Fury it was. And he does. He just absolutely demolishes. I had a white max pre-fight. Strategy was go in, only need really one parry. Didn't even need that, but I wanted to get that heavy in. We're gonna go light ending combos here. Throw the level 1 right when I get it, so I don't get any poppers. Keep them knocked down, keep those pre-fights up. I'm gonna put combat power rate and siphon on here. Did I put siphon? And then we're gonna counter heavy after his special. We're gonna spam level 1s to try to get, I mean, it doesn't even matter, it's just falling apart. There's a rank 5 spam too. But, you know, obviously spam level 1 to get tactical charges, but also so you don't get poppers. But he didn't even get a chance to evade because this bleeding is real. It is real. Nick Fury, My man, and you could be reckless on that note if you're not in second life. You know, hopefully if you're playing high level war, you're not rolling into a fight with Nick Fury on second life. That's doable, I'm sure, with many fights, but it's not smart. So yeah, I mean, I was full confidence with that fight. Spider-Ham, he can wreck, but man, he dies so fast. Squishy. So yep, rolling to the next war here, we got Chavez on 5A. She's on this node with some frequency. Just like I always play her on this path. I parry a few times to stack my power stings, and I don't want to knock her down until that knockdown is going to push her over a bar of power, because I don't want to deal with debuff immunity basically at all, but at the very least as little as possible. And she goes debuff immune once you knock her down, so we're going to do that, and then we are just going to punch her in the face, and that's that. And this was actually, this was my my Chavez war attack debut. She is subdue global, and she has solid synergy with She-Hulk. Chavez benefits, her benefits kind of niche, but it's solid, and then She-Hulk's is also, it's pretty good. She-Hulk's is like any heavy from against a non-stun opponent, you get plus 600 attack, which I think works out to about 11-12% attack on those specific heavies, which is, you know, it's good. It's nothing great, but it's solid. Chavez gets that as well, but it doesn't really apply because her kit, as you see, she gets that passive wasp type parry stun in the middle of a combo. So they're almost always going to be stunned when, you know, you're doing a heavy with Chavez. So, but yeah, I mean, Aarkus just kind of falls apart here, and she's definitely solid for this global. And she had her buff recently, so she, I think she's a pretty solid attacker. She's got use, basically, not just defense. And she floats, which is cool. Fluid. I like the way she plays. She's fluid. We're gonna roll. Oh yeah, this is one. I think this is one long recording here because I'm pretty sure I rolled a level 1 start through 3 fights, if I remember correctly. The level 1 start. We're gonna find out. I'm pretty sure I carried this over 3 fights. Invulnerability. That's what it is. And I do get hit in the face here, but intentionally, because the level 1 from Magneto, I don't even care. Yeah, you can evade it, but in war, it's unsafe. So that wake up attempt, that dash in, those successive hits where I got smacked in the face, not intentional. But the dash in, I planned on getting hit by the level 1. And I didn't get armor broken, which is kind of weird. I was actually hoping to armor break at least, and you know, give me some willpower heals. But definitely meant to get hit by that just to get it out of the way, because I knew I was going to be able to suppress his power after that, like pretty much the rest of the fight. And I don't even want to deal with trying to evade it. Just get hit in the face. And so I'm pretty sure I hold block here. Okay. We're just going to block that level 1. Okay, that works. I mean, he's global, but I mean, White Mags is, he's an attacker. You know, he is not a frickin' defender. Bomb. And we're going to do a level 1 here, or just die? Okay, it just dies. So, yep, that was dusted. But it's always fun to carry a gray boost over into 3 fights. You know, it's easier to do with Corvus or Ghost or, you know, obviously your nukes, but CGR. But less so when you're using pretty much any other champ, and always science. It's tough to do with science champs. So Mangog, what I got, a pre-fight, petrify, combat power rate. Yeah, I think I had a lot of pre-fights, so I was like, we'll spend them. I honestly don't, I mean, I use the combat power rate against Mangog just because, but honestly, like, you're never gonna. It's really hard to maintain her heavies, or I'm sorry, her furies when you've got that combat power rate suppression. But it was whatever. I was like, it's safe. Maybe not as fun, but it's safe. I mean, look at that. His power just doesn't go anywhere. He's just sitting here like a stump. That was fun there. Getting that big freaking claw to the abdomen. That was that was me not reacting in time. It's always fun. And this is this was the main reason I ranked Chavez. I did take her to rank 4 before this war. But Aarkus for sure. But then Nova, because Nova's been kind of a pain for us this season. And her parallel dimension, or her, what is it, negative dimension? The purple one that activates if you just let the heavy play out right there. It reduces his dashing power gain. Because it's all ability power rate. And so 2 of them, I'm pretty sure it's 60% per dimension, I think so. So like 2 of them, and he's completely just stifled on his dashing power gain. And she's subdued. But yeah, so we're gonna go boom, boom, and then what are we doing here? There we go. Level 2. Get a nice little bit of power back there. And then I just press. Yep, that's gonna be unblockable. Oh, sneaky! Real sneaky, Nova. I took that to the face. I knew I had the indestructible and it wasn't used up yet. But honestly, I mean, I would have tried to evade that. I mean, I evaded it consistently in duels. It's you know, if you duel a bunch, it's not bad. You can evade it, but be that as it may, I just wasn't paying attention. But this is why we gray boost. Yep, that reverb, he just dashes right into me and dies. So that's fun. Yeah. And that's it for that war. And going into our final war. Last war, what we got here? Max Petrify. I missed the first part of that. What did I spec into? Serum, maybe? I don't know. I missed it. But Max Petrify for Galan. This actually... this is a little sloppy, this fight was. I mean, he is global. So I was like, well, we're going to do the whole pre-fight set, and we're just going to do parry heavies. But it's, you get ability accuracy, defensive ability accuracy reduction. I think it's 15% per buff on the defender. And the defender gains a buff, a fury buff, if you stay close. Kind of like long distance relationship, but instead of weakness, it's a fury. So this is all well and good. You know, parry heavy, it's great, working, you know, special. I got neutralized, but it's hard to keep full uptime on neutralize unless you just sit there and attack the whole time. You do need to throw some specials to knock him down to reduce his planetary mass. But now he's got 4 furies, and right there I was like, you know, I tried to parry, forgot that, like, okay, my parry's screwed now. I'm not going to be able to parry stun anymore. So, and then, you know, pre-fight's falling off. I'm like, okay, well, this is getting a little hairy. I was close to my level 2, so I was like, well, we're going to just go and press so that I can stack these pre-fights again. But I mean, you know, compose myself. You know, he doesn't have any planetary mass, so there's no threat there. I want to bait the level 1 because 1 more and it's going to be carefully studied. There we go. I don't know. It's just going to mitigate the damage basically. But so parry stuns are out. That's done. He's got a bunch of buffs. I don't even know how that's stuck right there. I guess I was lucky because he's got a bunch of buffs, right? Yeah. I don't know how that stuck, but it did. I'll take it. Lost the pre-fights again. Hard to keep him up if you can't stun him. And I think those counted. I think because I activated, even though it killed him, I think those counted. I think I got my 3 pre-fights back. And maybe +1 from the careful studied level 1. Yeah, we'll find out. I edited it, but yeah, this wasn't initially the plan. I expected a serum here. It was kind of a audible because we just had someone who was really, really late to war. He was basically the holdup for clearing tier 1. And we were many hours into the war. And so I was like, well, I can take this. I haven't taken it before, but, you know, serum, yeah, I won't be able to purify because it's not against the science. But siphon pre-fight, and then about 1,000 energy resistance. And this is poison and incinerate, so it's not shock and incinerate. So it's only one phase of an energy DOT. We're gonna wake up intercept here. And so yeah, like I was like, I'll do it. And he does get a huge attack increase whenever I have a debuff on myself. But yeah, I went in with regen because I wasn't worried about getting hit by Rintrah, and I didn't do the level 1 start because he's real tanky. I don't know if he has crit resistance or something, but I feel like he does, like Man-Thing, because I never get any big level 2s from, you know, She-Hulk against him. So I just went with regen. There, you know, it does have a use. Still think that regen grade should be about 20% or something. That was terrible. I lucked out there. I don't know what I was thinking there. That was just terrible read on the spacing. But either way, we're in good shape. Keep knocking them down. Ooh, sneaky whiff bait. Yeah, go away, Rintrah. Moo. Moo cow, don't bother me. So, yep, we got Juggs on. This is the first time I've fought Juggs, I think. No, I think I fought him one other time. Yeah, I mean, he's a freaking stump. She-Hulk absolutely dominates this guy. But he is global. So, possibly worth placement. Worth, you know, placing, you know, maybe, I don't know. Probably an argument. Maybe some nodes. And maybe if you don't have, like, a full set of all the best defenders. But yeah, so we're going to just get slow up, and that just basically just neuters him for the rest of the fight. He's not going to be able to go unstoppable. Yep, and we're just going to evade these level 1s. We're going to get that really long stun on parry. We're going to keep slow up, and then we're going to drop a level 2 right in his freaking dome. Boom! Look at that, 50k. Those are the level 2s that I like. Yeah. And what do we got next? Nova. Oh, this is the sweet Nova fight. This one went swimmingly. And this is what I was talking about. Like, so Chavez, great for Nova. She has the technology. But then on this team specifically, it really works well with her kit because the ability to passively parry or passively stun in the middle of a combo pretty much whenever on demand, right? It makes keeping pre-fights from Mr. Fantastic, it makes keeping those up so easy. It's great. So yeah, this just went super well. And I think it was running a 20% boost on all this. I don't remember if I had 30 or not, but I feel like this is a 20%. I was feeling good, you know, generally. And we were in good shape with this war. It got a little hairy there at the end, but ooh, that level 2, man, Rockstar. Damn, I was not expecting that at all. But yeah, that was an awesome showcase for Chavez and war. I was gonna take her, but I was gonna take her the next day. It was late. I don't remember what the deal was, but either way, yeah, we had Blade also. So I was like, I told him, Titan, I think it was. I was like, yeah, you know, Blade her if you want. Otherwise, I'll take her in the morning. Because I think I was running Mystic Boost. I didn't want to boost up a Science set just for one fight. I was going to do her and Mangog tomorrow. So instead, I used, you know, one set of boosts for Mangog. But no, in all fairness, I do need the 200% green for Mangog. I mean, for maximum safety. The war did get a little close here at the end, so I didn't want to run the risk of, you know, losing. So this is going to be the last Mangog of the season. Say goodbye, Mangog. Another one? No. We're just going to go for a wake-up medium. Didn't go for another heavy. Too many people running standing ground, man. Love to see it, but it, you know, I got to be a little safer. Can't be as cavalier with She-Hulk, you know? Another wake-up medium right in the corner. Right to the dome. Parry that level 1. A dash back. Deck's off for this, by the way. If you guys hadn't figured that out. And that's all she wrote. That's it. Yeah. So we're gonna roll right into our victory lap here. So yeah, had we not lost that X-K9 war, we would have gotten third, I think. But as it stands, here we go. So this is what's happening. Got kicked, guys. I got kicked. No, it had to happen. Because I'm moving, guys. Moving on up. I don't know about moving up, moving on. But in all seriousness, I'm gonna miss these guys. I mean, tier. I've been playing with ISO guys for like, 3-4 years. I've been playing this game for, I think, almost 8 years. I think it came out in 2014. I started, I think 2015 I started playing this game. Pretty sure. So I've been playing forever. And there's a lot of things to do in war now. Or not war, but like in the game in general. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of modes. And it's really hard to do all of them, period. But it's really hard to do all of them well. And I've kind of shifted my focus. It's always been on war, but now it's narrowed even more so with the creation of battlegrounds and everything. Like, I don't do battlegrounds. Not a fan of it. Just not my cup of tea. I think it's great for the game. A lot of people love it. You know, the whole cheating modder crap aside, like, even with that, it's a huge problem, and I get that. Like, that is just bad. Like, Kabam has got to reel that in. They got to get a handle on it. It's not fair to all the legitimate players out there. I don't need to rant about that. KT1 does plenty of ranting himself, and I get it. Like, he's good on him for calling him out. Like, you know, a lot of content creators, they just basically, you know, they want to have that broad brush, paint Kabam in a, you know, neutral or positive light, which I get. You know, you got to be diplomatic, you know, but if someone needs to call him out, I mean, it's ridiculous that so many people spend so much money on this game and are legitimate players and want to play and have fun and be competitive, but then you've got so many people cheating. It's ridiculous. But I digress. So, yeah, I don't play Battlegrounds. AQ's fine, you know. EQ every month, it's fine. You know, I get to try out new champs, play with different teams and all that. I went for Tech here and Science in hopes to get Titania so I can stop my grind. Yeah, didn't get her. And then Tech, Warlock, and Sam Wilson. Mainly Sam Wilson, but I'd still like to have Warlock. Don't need either one, but I still would like to have Sam Wilson. He is, for this global, he's subdue, so, and he's Tech, goes on green team. She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic. As you can see, came up empty on both, but what are you going to do? Anywho, yeah, so I've just narrowed my focus. You know, it's basically all war. You know, I don't really grind arena anymore. I did grind for Titania, and I got her, by the way. 88th place, 52 million. Straight roster, no units, so I'll take it. yeah, like my focus is just narrowed to, you know, collectively, if you put all the content and modes in the game, I like War more than all of those combined. So, yeah, I reached out to GT40 and we're going to give it a whirl. You know, I think I've got the skills and we got the tools, we got the talent. So we're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. But man, I'm going to miss these guys at ISO. I'm going to be back. I will be back. I promise that. Blaine, BC, Godman, Tarta, Kaz, Krypton, JK, who else? Damn. Titan Uranus, yep. And even Run. I don't know if Run's going to last because he gets stressed out. But man, love those guys. Played with all of them in Battle Group 3. I hope they keep playing, man. I'm going to definitely see them again. Conan, Jan, man, keep up the She-Hulk. Got to represent. And that table tennis, man. That's crazy. Dave C. R. Whack. I know you retired, but hey, you know, it's definitely been fun. Pum, man, Pum with all, you know, keep with those new champs and all these different champs, man. I love it. Witcher, man. We haven't played as long, but you got a lot of game knowledge, man. You're good. Aircut, Bythra. Man. I know there's more. I mean, of course, Doc, man. The Doctor. I appreciate it, man. I definitely had a blast with you guys, and we're going to see each other on the field of battle. You better believe that. Yeah, man, I'm going to be back. I'll be back. I don't know how long I'll be gone, but as far as I'm concerned, ISO, man, it's my fam, you know, like I played with you guys for years. I was in multiple alliances before that. WA, I think originally with DLL and Godman there. And then, God, where the hell we go? I don't remember where the hell we were after that. It was like WA, which turned into something else. But I honestly don't remember what it was. But those are the early days, right? But ultimately, like, that was all kind of learning experience, and I think it all led up to ISO, man. ISO has been just a blast. You know, these guys are all class. You guys are all class, man. All professionals, all good at the game, all respectful. I got nothing but good things to say, man. You guys just keep kicking ass, and yeah, man, we'll see you again. Thanks for watching, and right? We'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Number 1, baby. Number 1, here it comes. Peace.